Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Savannah Chrisley makes embarrassing fashion blunder. Todd and Julie Chrisley's daughter Savannah made an embarrassing fashion blunder during a recent episode of her podcast. The blunder, however, wasn't a wardrobe malfunction type of situation. In fact, fans agreed it was more of a fashion faux pas situation. What exactly was she wearing that had fans grilling her so hard about? Keep reading for the details or scroll down to see the outfit. Savannah Chrisley makes embarrassing fashion blunder. In the newest episode of her podcast, Savannah Chrisley kept it casual by rocking a pajama set. While some fans took issue with the pajamas, most took issue with the design featured on the clothing. Savannah was rocking a two-piece set featuring a red and white checkered pattern. In addition to her pajamas, she was also without shoes or socks in the video. She explained that it was her first podcast episode, happening solo in a while. As fans who tune in every week know, she typically has a guest on her show each week. Check out the red and white checkered outfit in a screenshot from her podcast below. Fans were pretty quick to criticize as they joked about what the design reminded them of. Many agreed it looked like a wrapper one would find at a dinner. Some argued it looked like a tablecloth. A few questioned if she stole the outfit from Nanny Faye. Well, at least the unsuspecting can see her coming. She is wearing a wrapper, and no surprise she is not wrapped too tight. You know she stole her nanny's picnic tablecloth. Check out the podcast episode with the outfit that has all of her fans talking, titled, "The Tea's Been Spilt. My New Boyfriend and Todd and Julie Appeal Update" below. Now the Reddit thread discussing her choice in attire is a subreddit largely dedicated to snarking on the family. That, however, didn't stop one individual from rushing to her defense. Other fans, however, were quick to remind them the group was far from being a fan community. Might want to check the name. What about the name of the group makes you think it's a fan page? I view it more as a snark page than anything. The name of the community in question is called Chrisley Knows Prison, so it hardly comes off as the name of a fan group of the family. Savannah Chrisley was no stranger to the spotlight. As the daughter of Todd and Julie Chrisley and a star of Chrisley Knows Best, she had grown accustomed to life in front of the cameras. Whether strutting her stuff on red carpets, hosting her popular podcast Unlocked, or dazzling her followers with chic Instagram posts, Savannah exuded confidence. That is, until the night it all went hilariously awry. It all began with the invitation to a prestigious Nashville charity gala. The event promised glitz, glamour, and a host of A-listers. Savannah, never one to be outdone, was determined to make an impression. She wanted to channel old Hollywood elegance with a modern twist, a bold statement that screamed sophistication. For weeks, she worked with her stylist, poring over sketches and fabrics, until they decided on the piece de resistance, a flowing, floor-length gown made entirely of sparkling metallic panels. "This dress is going to stop traffic," Savannah had told her best friend, Chad, over FaceTime. "Think Beyoncé at the Met Gala, but like, even better." Chad had nodded enthusiastically. "Girl, you're going to look like a walking Oscar statue in the best way." The day of the gala, Savannah's hair and makeup team arrived promptly at noon. Her blonde locks were styled in cascading waves, and her makeup featured a dramatic winged eyeliner and a bold red lip. The dress, once it was on, shimmered under the studio lights. It was perfection. Or so she thought. The first sign of trouble. As Savannah stepped out of her car and onto the red carpet, the photographers went wild. Flashes popped as she struck pose after pose, twirling to show off the gown's unique construction. She was in her element. But as she sashayed toward the entrance, she heard a faint metallic ting. "What was that?" she murmured, glancing around. No one seemed to notice, so she shrugged it off. Inside the venue, Savannah mingled effortlessly with the crowd, sipping champagne and exchanging pleasantries. She felt like royalty, until she noticed people whispering. At first, she thought they were admiring her dress. After all, it was a showstopper. But as she moved toward the dessert table, she caught a glimpse of her reflection in a nearby mirror. Her jaw dropped. The fashion faux pas. Unbeknownst to Savannah, one of the metallic panels near the hem of her dress had detached, leaving a gaping hole. The worst part? The missing panel revealed a very conspicuous, and very glittery, pair of hot pink underwear with the words "Soleil all day" emblazoned across the back. "Oh my God," Savannah whispered, frozen in place. Her mind raced. How long had she been walking around like this? Had the paparazzi caught it? Was it already trending on Twitter? Before she could spiral further, her brother Chase appeared at her side, holding a mini cheesecake on a tiny plate. "You're getting a lot of attention tonight," he said, smirking. Savannah grabbed his arm. "Chase, do you see this?" She gestured frantically toward the hole in her dress. Chase squinted, then burst out laughing. "Oh, that is gold, literally." "This is not funny," Savannah hissed, trying to pull the fabric together to no avail. "I look ridiculous." Chase, ever the prankster, leaned in closer. "You know, this could be a moment. Like a fashion statement. You're bringing fun back to formal wear. Chase, I'm going to kill you." Damage control. Savannah darted toward the restroom, Chase trailing behind her, still chuckling. Inside, she assessed the damage in the mirror. The hole was bigger than she'd realized, and the missing panel was nowhere to be found. To make matters worse, the gown's metallic fabric made it impossible to pin or tape the opening closed. "Okay, don't panic," Savannah told herself, though her flushed cheeks and wide eyes suggested otherwise. "I just need a plan." Chase, leaning against the sink with his arms crossed, offered unhelpful commentary. "You could just own it. Like, make it your thing." "Oops, I'm quirky and fashionable." "Chase, if you don't have a real solution, get out," Savannah snapped. Just then, a woman in a sleek black pantsuit entered the restroom. Savannah recognized her as a stylist to the stars, someone whose name was always dropped in fashion magazines. The woman took one look at Savannah's predicament and smiled. "Wardrobe malfunction?" she asked. Yeah," Savannah said, her voice tinged with embarrassment. "A big one." The stylist set her clutch on the counter and rummaged through it. "Lucky for you, I never leave home without an emergency kit." Within moments, she produced a roll of double-sided fashion tape and a small pair of scissors. "Let's patch you up." Savannah stood still as the stylist worked her magic, expertly securing the remaining panels to cover the hole. It wasn't a perfect fix, but it was enough to make Savannah feel less like a walking punchline. "Thank you," Savannah said, genuinely grateful. The stylist winked. "Honey, this happens to the best of us. Just smile and keep strutting." The aftermath. Savannah returned to the gala, head held high. The whispers hadn't stopped, but she decided to take the stylist's advice. Instead of hiding in the shadows, she owned the moment. When a reporter asked about her bold choice of hot pink underwear, Savannah laughed it off. "Well, you know me," she said with a playful shrug. "I like to keep things interesting." The next morning, the internet was ablaze with memes and headlines about Savannah's fashion blunder. Some called it a disaster. Others praised her for handling it with grace. Savannah, scrolling through her phone, decided to lean into the chaos. She posted a photo of herself at the gala with the caption, "When life gives you lemons, make it fashion. #SlayAllDay." The post went viral, earning her a flood of supportive comments. Even Beyoncé's stylist liked it. Lessons learned. In the weeks that followed, Savannah's wardrobe malfunction became the stuff of pop culture legend. Designers began incorporating bold, colorful accents into their collections, dubbing it the Chrisley effect. Savannah even received offers to collaborate on her own fashion line. Looking back, Savannah realized the incident had taught her an important lesson. Sometimes, the best way to handle embarrassment is to laugh at yourself. Life, much like fashion, is unpredictable. But if you can rock a sparkly gown with a hole in it and still come out on top, you can handle just about anything.